Good morning, everybody. Elaborate with me. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I want to start off by saying this video was inspired by last night's podcast stream with At&t and At&t. Shouts out to those guys. If you guys missed the podcast, I'll link it in my description so you guys can go check it out. It was a very good show, and I was thoroughly just excited throughout the whole podcast to see the homie At&t be on the other homie SMT's podcast. And those two, it was a great vibe. It was, guys, if both of you guys are watching this, it was a great show. A really great show. I love the dynamics of how you guys bounced off one another. You have SMT who, like, is so knowledgeable and like, just the network and, dealings with carrier companies and the FCC and things like that. Like, if you guys want to know how the inner workings of that business relationship works, you guys got to watch SMT's channel, because he has a lot of informative information for you guys to learn, so you guys can understand what carriers are doing and why they're doing it for that reason. You have At&t, who is a OnePlus guy. Give it to him. And you know what? OnePlus devices have been knocking it out the park for years now. And besides that, smartphone reviewer, hardware reviewer, very knowledgeable in that, has a lot of knowledge in engineering. And he's also a photographer. If you guys don't know that, if you guys do, or if you guys heard it now, find him on Instagram, At&t. Follow his page on Instagram and look at the photo shots that he takes with like the OnePlus, with the Pixel 3a. There's a lot of photos there. And then if you also, just on a side note, I have to put this out. Sorry, Rishi, but I have to put this out. If you guys are looking for, a comedy couple that does vlogs and is just, they're not doing parodies or anything like that. This is really them to their day-to-day lives, and you were looking for something that just, gives you a good laugh, then also go to At&t's channel, because his vlogs with his lady it's hilarious. Their dynamics and how they are, it's just crazy. It makes me laugh all the time. The shenanigans they get into and what they say to each other, it's just funny. So anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to give shout outs like that right now. So we're talking about the Pixel 4. I got this idea to talk about it from their conversation on the podcast, and where Sneed was talking about how he's not excited for the Pixel 4 because Google tends to always do some or make some stupid decisions, and he is absolutely right on that. And you guys should know I'm an Android guy, right? I don't use an iPhone at all. Haven't used an iPhone as my daily driver or anything like that. And I don't have an iCloud account. Don't have an Apple account. And it's just my preference, right? There's a lot of people who have mixed plates. I eat on the plate of Android. Some eat on the plate of iOS. Some mixed plates, and that's totally fine. But that's just where I'm at. So for me to sit here and tell you guys that a lot of what Sneed said pretty much is like, he nailed it. He nailed it in a sense that, with me, like, I am slightly excited for the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL, only because I want to see what these things can do. Like, a lot of the leaked stuff, Project Soli, the new facial recognition unlocked for Pixels, and, all this stuff I want to see. Like, I'm interested in the, in the innovation, if there is any, with the Pixel 4, and just what brought this phone to reality. Like, I just want to see what it can do. And then also I want to see that those people interested in buying the Pixel are not going to get ripped off. Like, I wouldn't, just because I like Pixel phones, I'm not going to tell anyone go ahead and spend a lot of money on a Pixel phone just because it's a Pixel phone. Like, that right there, and that statement alone is just a bunch of horse crap. I would not. If the Pixel 4 ends up being like ridiculously priced and someone was like, hey, should I get the Pixel 4? I'll tell you flat out, no. Don't waste your money on that. Wait until it, it drops down. Like the Pixel 3. A lot of people are like, oh, it's like, it's like $800, it's $799, and I don't know if I should spend the money on that. And before the Pixel 3a was officially announced, I'll tell people, like, wait, because Google and Google Fi and all them are going to have deals where it's going to drop down dramatically. And now, look, you can get a Pixel 3 for like, what, $500? It's like $499 for a Pixel 3. So, right there, you save $300. Why not? And that's my fear with Google and the Pixel 4, is that they're going to price this thing wrong. See, like, the Pixel 4 and Google can take it this year as best smartphone released. They can. We've seen the Note 10. We've seen the consumer reaction to the Note 10. We've seen the Galaxy S10. We've seen people's reaction to the Galaxy S10. The iPhone 11 is here now. We're seeing everyone's reaction to it. It's still fresh. A lot of people are still, they haven't gotten over the wow factor of unboxing that phone and looking at it for the first time and feeling it in their hand. So they're super excited for them, right? But then we will start to see what people really think about the iPhone 11 as they've had time to use it, just like in any smartphone. And so the Pixel 4 could take it. With a lot of advancements that they've done with the Pixel device, the change in the design of the hardware, the features and services that's added into it, like the facial 3D recognition unlock, which is very similar to Face ID, the Air hand gesture mode, which is beyond what the LG G8 and even the Note 10 are doing. Like with the this air gesture with the Pixel 4 is supposed to be beyond anything like that. So excited to see these things. But my fear, just like anyone who is an Android enthusiast, so I'm not a fanboy. I will call out Google and Android for the crap that they do. My fear, again, is the pricing. And I think this is where Google might shoot themselves in the foot. Because I feel like they're going to price this thing ridiculous because of the air gesture motion that it has, and Project Soli, and facial recognition, that they're going to think that they got themselves a real, true $1,000 phone. And if they do that... And I expect Google to do that. That's my fear of it. It's like, if they price it at a correct price, like if the Pixel 4 comes out $699 or even $799 like the Pixel 3 last year, and then the Pixel 4 XL comes out being like, $900, then yeah, that's okay. That's not too bad. But if they price the Pixel 4 at $999 and the Pixel 4 XL at like, say, $1,100, and that's like the base configuration, so like say 128 gigabyte. No, Google would have shot themselves in the foot, and they do it periodically. I mean, I'll name off another thing that Google has done that was really good that they screwed up on. They had Gmail for so long, they decided to make a new client, so they made Inbox by Gmail, which was supposed to smartly configure where your emails go. So if you don't want to look at your bills today because you're feeling hopeless and stressed out with finances, then you can avoid the tab that says finance. You can avoid that tab and not look at your emails that have to do with, hey, you owe us money. If you wanted to look at just YouTubers, it would smart configure that into social media, so you can look at your emails that have to do with social media alerts. If you want to look for like shopping and deals, you can see that. If you needed to be reminded of when your bill was due, there was that section that told you when your bill was due from an email that you got from a company that you owed money to. Like, Inbox was great, and when they killed Inbox, I wasn't sad, because I was thinking they were doing this because so many people liked Inbox. They were going to implement this into Gmail, and they didn't do that. Same with Hangouts, Allo. Allo was great when they released it with Duo. I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. But I knew not a lot of people were going to use it because that fear of it's going to get killed, which obviously Allo got killed. But all the goodness that was in Allo, because I actually used it, me and my family used it. My family helped me out so I can try out certain things, so I can give you guys an actual in-depth review on a product that Google has because I'm using it. And so we all liked Allo. We all liked using it. We loved the fun little things that it brought in. And we're like, okay, when they said they were going to kill it, we're like, okay, they're probably going to put this in Hangouts to make Hangouts better, because Hangouts lack. No, they didn't. And even with Hangouts, we have Duo for video calling. Google, can you just take off, video calling on Hangouts? What's the point of having that icon that I accidentally hit from time to time that starts a video call that's going to come out grainy and choppy and just bad? And just, even if you want to keep that video call button there, just get rid of the video calling feature within Hangouts and link that button to launch Duo and just do it from there. Leave Hangouts just for chat only. Chat and Google Voice SMS support, and even Google Fi SMS support, because you can switch to using Hangouts as for your Google Fi text messaging and phone calls if you wanted to do an all-in-one messenger. Yeah. And again, like I was saying, like, Google is never perfect. But when Google has chances to be leading, they tend to fall back, which is their biggest caveat. So anyways, guys, that's just pretty much what I wanted to rant about in this video. Again, shout out to SMT and At&t for sparking this idea in my head. Link in the description to their live podcast so you guys can check it out. It was a really good show. And yeah, that's it for Saturday. So I will talk to you on the next one. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll enjoy mine too.